Hello, good afternoon. Mark 2E1CQ. Do you believe this is recording? Right, let's find out. OS ticket support and registration portal for FreeSTAR Everywhere VoIP, which is an all-Starlink RF bridge. So you can dial some RF all-star links from our service. For an example, our world famous 2196 node. How to register and get your configuration credentials. We'll come out of this. This is our OS ticket registration site. Now, what is OS ticket? It's a fully customizable ticket system. And the Americans call it a ticket. You could say for us over here in the UK, it's an application form. It's a form you fill in to join. 3 other VoIP services have this OS ticket. Hams over IP, NZSIP, New Zealand, and obviously FreeSTAR. The reason why is because you can actually adapt it to your own needs. It's fully archived. So once you create an extension, once you created a ticket, once we give you the extension and so on, the ticket is actually closed. You can actually log back in at any time and check your old tickets. You can reopen up a ticket if you have a problem, or you can actually find your credentials in your closed tickets. Okay, so as I'm already in, because I've already done a video but couldn't find any voice from it, you need to open a new ticket. No, you don't. What I'm doing here now, you need to join. So I need to sign out, sign in. Okay, create new account. So you click on create new account, close that down, and you've got all this information. So please fill in the information. You've got the email address, your full name. Phone number isn't necessary. Certainly not for outside of the UK. We won't be phoning you from the outside of the UK, I can assure you. I've only got a mobile phone, and I'm certainly not calling an international number from my mobile phone. And you can always send a message on this ticket system anyway. So there's no need to put your phone up. What I would recommend for the UK users is that put your phone number down, certainly your mobile number. You usually wouldn't necessarily get a text, but however, further down the road you fancy the phone portal, we've already got your number. I'll go through that in a minute with you. So go all the way down there, click your time zone, create a password. Got to be a rememberable password. You'll be using the help desk portal to log back in and get your credentials. Okay, I'll talk about that in a minute. So always remember your password and login details. Once you've done that, you can actually sign in. Okay, try that one, and I'm in. Okay, as you can see from OS tickets, you've got support center, open new tickets, and you've got tickets 3. That is your old tickets. You've generated 3 tickets, or I've generated 3 tickets. Okay, and one of those tickets is bound to be a ticket for your credentials. However, go back to the support center. So I quickly want to check with you. For our American friends, it's your official copy of your license you need to send. No reference copy, please. This will tell you the difference between a SIP portal and a phone portal. I'm not going to tell you what the differences are now because this is just for registration and doing the ticket. I've got other videos available for this. So once you do that, go back in and create new ticket. No, you need to register. So after you registered, you get a verification email. Click on the link. That extension now is registered. You can go back in and create an extension ticket. So on this page where you've got help topic, click on it. Sorry about if you're hearing all these clicks. I'm on my tablet. Hopefully you can see this. New SIP extension, new phone portal access request, AIX2 trunk. You run off your home PBX or your own PBX. New All-Star link, but you need to make sure you give us the correct configured IAX2 string. We've got a configuration tool for that for you, and I'll put it in the comments. Report a problem, feedback and general inquiry. This afternoon I had a general inquiry ticket for somebody asking for his credentials. And it's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video, just to let people know that once you do log back in to your help desk, you can retrieve old tickets and include in your credentials. Always archived, unless in the future you don't want this service. We hope you don't leave, but you can request that your complete account will be deleted, extension obviously deleted, but if you wish to come back, you won't necessarily get the same number, but you would have to go through the same process again for applying for your extension. So once that's done, let's try SIP extension. There you go. That's all the information you actually need. Call sign, first name, last name. DMO ID, if you haven't got one, put a 0. It's highly recommended that you do get one, because your friend may be on here or somebody you may know that's on here. You have a choice. You can either ring that person using his extension number, or you can ring that person by using his DMO ID. You can't see DMO IDs in the phone book. However, there is a call sign. You can take the call sign because it's your friend's as an example, and you can find out the person's DMO ID, and you can ring him on that number as well. But we need a DMO ID for that. Right at the bottom, please make sure well, not right at the bottom, but a bit further on down, phone, make and model. Don't put your telephone number down here, it's not necessary. Your brand of hard desk phone. If you've got a desk, if you've got a Polycom, tell me it's a Polycom. If you've got a Yealink, tell me it's a Yealink, Fanville or Cisco. You can put down the model number if you wish, but it's not necessary. All we need is the type of phone you have. If you've got a cell phone, mention you've got a cell phone, whether it's a mobile app, iOS or Android. All through the credentials will do both. It's just that we know what you're trying to configure if you're having difficulties later down the road. And at the bottom, very last, well not quite the last, drop files here. Now obviously you need to click on that and upload your license. All licenses, if your license is attached with a photo ID, please attach the photo ID. Driving licenses, other forms of ID that isn't connected to amateur radio will not be accepted. Okay, then once that's done, create an account. Create the ticket, sorry. Once that's done, all four of us that's got the control of this web portal for tickets will have an email notification. Each of us can claim the ticket ourselves to process later. Normally it's me, because I normally grab every single one, and later on I will create your extension once your call sign and details have been verified. And if you have a DMO ID, it just makes it just that little bit easy. And once that's done and it's approved and the line is created, Once the line is created, I send the credentials to you via email. However, it's an email link. It tells you to log back into help desk, and once you log back into help desk, you can retrieve your old tickets. Because every time I send the credentials, I will close the ticket. It just gets the ticket out the way, rather than keeping it there live and open, and you might not remember it ever again. I always close the ticket afterwards. So you can log back in, check your credentials, copy and paste, and take it from there. But all the tickets are archived. And that's it. That is the OS Ticket application site or ticket site for FreeSTAR Everywhere VoIP service, bridging the internet and technology to amateur radio when you dial all star nodes. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. Please like and subscribe. Any comments, please do so via YouTube or Facebook or wherever I've posted this video. 73 guys, all the best. Catch you down the line.